Good morning, my people. Welcome back to our channel. Happy Sunday to you all. We're back here online. We're bringing you updates. And this one now, we got it from TVC News. It seems Tinubu wants to kill Nigeria. Pata pata. He wants to use war. He wants to use economic crisis to kill Nigeria. So, Senate looking at him, they responded to him. And that is the video you are about to watch. If you watch our soldiers, you see the real soldiers are gone. So we don't have soldiers. If you see them displaying their immaturity on this video, you will notice what we are saying. Now, Senate looking at it, they sent Tinubu message, say, if you want to go and die, you're on your own. We won't want to die. We don't want to die because this war now, it's our backyard. We don't know where it will lead us and how it will end. Watch the video and I'll be right back.
To present you that symbol of authority.
For you, the passing out cadets, this exercise has given you the experience of what may likely confront you in the battlefield. It has also
the ECOWAS meeting that led to military action in Niger Republic. Nigerian senators have come out loud to tell Mr. President that the United States that is pushing Nigeria to fight his own sister country, Niger Republic, must come out clearly and fight for themselves. United States cannot be using Africa to fight themselves. That is not acceptable. If the president of Nigeria,
during the assault, has been evacuated by
Ahmed
troops
Tinubu,
and is now
is
being
not
moved
taking the right step,
using the field.
we are going to use a constitutional order.
Let's join ECOWAS to go to war. Because if the Americans want to go to war, they should use their troops. They have almost 3,000, 4,000 troops there in Niger. They don't need to say, we will give you money, President Tinubu, we will give you arms, just go and fight. It is dangerous to fight in our backyard. You don't know where this fight will end. Nobody knows who is sponsoring this fight.
The president shall not declare a state of war between the Federation and another country, except with the sanction of a resolution of both houses of the National Assembly sitting in a joint session. I believe that this is a condition precedent.
We also take exception to use up the military force until all other avenues as mentioned above are exhausted. As a consequence, will be casualty among innocent citizens who go about their daily businesses. Besides,
good day, Your Excellency. The news got to us today that the ECOWAS has decided to invade Niger. What is your opinion on this, sir?
Well, thank you very much. I believe that President Tinubu is not president of ECOWAS. I saw a press conference here in Washington, D.C. that the president of ECOWAS have declared that ECOWAS service chiefs should move to war. And that is not Nigeria, but I'm still having my reservation that Nigeria should join ECOWAS to go to war. Because if the Americans want to go to war, they should use their troops. They have almost 3,000, 4,000 troops there in Niger. They don't need to say, we will give you money, President Tinubu, we will give you arms, just go and fight. It is dangerous to fight in our backyard. You don't know where this fight will end. Nobody knows who is sponsoring this fight. I think the advisors of President Tinubu, which I'm also one of them, will continue pleading on him not to join that fight. Since Nigerian Senate have already said, no, you can't go to war, and he needs the authorization of the Senate to go to war. So I don't think it's a good idea to go to war. What they should go to the juntas to do now to put a democratic process plan. They should give us a plan for 1 year, 6 months, 2 years plan to return to civil democratic process. Since they said the president of Niger, President Bushom, have already resigned. Let us take it like that. These things happens once in a while. And I don't think any Nigerian soldier's head is good enough to be killed for another country. It's not our war. It's an internal affair. It's an internal problem of Niger people. I hope my president and my friend and my brother will understand that this is not our war. We have nothing to fight those people for. I want him not to listen to the US. I'm a friend of the US. I'm a friend of Israel. I'm a friend of UK. This is the first time I would like President Tinubu to disobey the US. It's not the right thing to do. We are not going to go to war. Let US and Nigeria and France have a transitional program with the soldiers. They are Niger people. They are not outside from there. So let them plan transition in peaceful diplomacy, agreements, and all the rest of them. They should reach an agreement, concrete agreement, to return to civil rule. I'm not thinking they're going to war with Niger. One, they are our blood brothers. Secondly, it is very dangerous. You don't know who will join the war. They might invade Nigeria. We already have a lot of problems with our minerals along those borders. And nobody should attempt taking us into war. We cannot go to war with Niger at all, at all. It's not the right thing to do. We must pull out of ECOWAS. If it means pulling out of ECOWAS, Nigeria should pull out of ECOWAS. If that is ECOWAS' decision. We're a sovereign nation. Nobody can toil with 250 million Nigerians. It's not possible. So I still plead, and it's just I'm in Washington. I could have gone to see President Tinubu. I still plead with him not to join the war. He's chairman of ECOWAS, yes, but he also have a role to play to say, I'm not going to go to war. The United States want us to go to war. France wants us to go to war. Why don't they put their soldiers and go to war? We'll give them the money to fight. Let them go to war on their own. We cannot go to war. This war is in our backyard. I plead with the president to listen to the voice of reasoning. The Senate have said no, and I'm joining the Senate. I wasn't in the Senate now. I was in the medicals, and I still join the majority of Nigerians telling President Tinubu not to go to war for the sake of brotherhood and sake of Africa. Please.
The president shall not declare a state of war between the Federation and another country.
Cikin daji ana yi musu turke kamar awaki. Ana cinikin su sako ne ya ba su, ana isa ko bai isuwa ba.
Regrettably, the 7-day ultimatum we issued during the fourth summit has not yielded the desired outcome.
Isn't it time that the African head of states or the ECOWAS head of states look into the reason why there are coup d'etats? What are the root causes of coup d'etats? Let them put their house in order first before they set up an anti-coup d'etat unit. Let them put their house in order. And I believe their house is not in order. This unit is set up to defend them and to protect them only, nobody else.
What resolve the issue? Let me re-emphasize that for almost 2 decades, Nigeria is battling insurgency. more especially in Borno, Yobe, and some northern states. And also concerned about the situation of Mali.
Saying Abaribe, I represent Abia South. Constitutional point of order, section 4A. I read, the president shall not declare a state of war between the Federation and another country, except with the sanction of a resolution of both houses of the National Assembly sitting in a joint session. I believe that this is a condition precedent to section 5A.
Constitutional point of order.
Regrettably, the 7-day ultimatum we issued during the fall summit has not yielded the desired outcome. We have also made diligent effort through the deployment of various ECOWAS mediation teams. I'm glad Abdul Salam Abubakar is here. His Eminence is here. Baba Kanogingib is here to give you their report and their observation during the intervention. I must, on behalf of every one of you, show gratitude to them. This summit is a testament to the power of collaboration and unity. We have reaffirmed our commitment to the people of Niger and to the progress of our entire ECOWAS community. We will continue with that. And you will see from the communique of this extraordinary summit that no option is taken off the table, including the use of force as a last resort.
All measures, in particular border closures and strict travel bans and assets freeze, on all persons or groups of individuals whose actions hinder all peaceful efforts aimed at ensuring the smooth and complete restoration of constitutional order. On member states who, by their action directly or indirectly, hindered the peaceful resolution of the crisis in Niger, about the consequences for their action before the community. Call on the African Union to endorse all the decisions taken by the ECOWAS authority on the situation in Niger. Further call on all partner countries and institutions, including the United Nations, to support ECOWAS in its effort to ensure a quick restoration of constitutional order in conformity with its normative instruments. Direct the President of the Commission to monitor the implementation of the sanctions. Direct the Committee of the Chief of Defense Staff to activate the ECOWAS standby force with all its elements immediately.
African, a Pan-Africanist, I am very concerned about the happenings in Africa, especially West Africa. Yagut, of recent, I have seen the ECOWAS introducing the anti-coup d'etat unit. Ñu ne pour coup d'etat dafa war a stop ku ko def they will form a big unit ñu ñëw attaque la. We are not in support of coup d'etat. Let me make that very clear. And I want them to hear this. We are not in support of coup d'etat. I was a member of the Pan-African Parliament and have advocated strongly for us to introduce a term limit to make sure that we do away with coup d'etats in Africa, especially in West Africa. So meaning, I am not in support of coup d'etat. But I have a concern. Before setting up a unit or anti-coup d'etat unit in ECOWAS, isn't it time that the African head of states or the ECOWAS head of states look into the reason why there are coup d'etats? What are the root causes of coup d'etats? Let them put their house in order first before they set up an anti-coup d'etat unit. Let them put their house in order. And I believe their house is not in order. This unit is set up to defend them and to protect them only, nobody else. What is more coup d'etat than your national constitution gives you 2-term limit, 5 years, 2 terms. After serving 10 years, you want to change the constitution for another term. Is that not a coup d'etat? Because you feel you have the powers to do that. The soldiers have the powers to coup d'etat. That is also another coup d'etat. And they are living with them there. They are there. In the name of civilian, putting on mufti clothes, calling yourself a Democrat, when you loot all the resources of your country, mislead people, torture them, imprison them, burn their businesses to us, and you call that a democracy? Or a civilian rule and an illegally elected government? The leaders must stop lying to their electorate first. They must stop the corruption. They must stop looting our resources. They must understand that they are not a better citizen than anybody. They are given a responsibility, a role to play to help develop the countries and make sure that there is peace and tranquility and respect the constitution of the country. But this is not happening. Example is this government. This government has lied to people in 2016 that they are going only for 3 years. Was that not a lie? Who asked them to tell people that we are going for 3 years? Were they forced to say that? They went around the whole country, lied to everyone. When the people started reminding them, this is what you promised us, they threw tear gas on them. And the president is bragging, yes, when I threw tear gas in them, they never came back. Does that not anger the citizens? You throw tear gas on your people. Some of them are wounded and you stand out there and bragging that I throw them a tear gas. They never come back. That alone can anger the citizens. You promised the people you will have a security sector reform. It's never happening. The civil service sector reform is never happening. The Jani Commission was violated before the end of the commission. When you take all the assets of the former president, and now you are busy buying assets, your days are coming. I thought they should have learned, or they could have learned from this. Unfortunately, they are not learning. So before you create a unit to go against any attempt of coup d'etat, put your house in order. Stop lying to your electorate. Stop lying to your citizens. Stop looting the resources of your country. Stop corruption in your country. And then you can talk about anti-coup d'etat. When Alpha Condé was killing his people in Guinea, after serving 10 years, he said it was not enough. I want to serve another term. During the process, so many Guineans were killed. And I did not hear any ECOWAS going there or condemning him. You know why? Because Guinea was too big for them, or Alpha was dancing to their tune. Because I think that was why the small Gambia was surrounded all sides by soldiers and guns in 2016. Because Gambia was small, or Gambia is a small country, and Jammeh was not dancing to their tune. After the presidential election in Guinea, more than 300 Guineans were butchered, killed. No ECOWAS condemned him. No African Union condemned him. Instead, they pick up their phones and say, Monsieur le Président, félicitations, congratulations. That is the fair game that is happening in Africa. They can condemn Mali, they can condemn Guinea, they are soldiers. But the one in Chad, who has been given a red carpet for the African Union, was never condemned, and he's a soldier too. He's a soldier. They can give him a red carpet to the African Union. But the other soldiers are condemned for their attempt or for their act. Where is the fairness in ECOWAS or in the African Union? They are not representing us. I believe they are representing themselves. So we are calling them to remember that power belongs to the people. Alassane Ouattara knows how he came into power with Gbagbo. He knows. But he finished his 10-year term, he changed the constitution for another term. They are there with him. Nobody condemns him. They are not there to condemn him because he's dancing to their tune. So I'm calling on ECOWAS to do the right thing. We young Africans, we are here watching, and we fear nothing. I don't have to be a president to be a Gambian. I don't have to be a president to contribute my quota towards national development. But I'm a proud Gambian and a proud African.
My dear friends, very good afternoon. I am Senator Suleiman Abdurrahman Kalu Sumaila OFR PhD representing Kano South Senatorial District from Kano, spokesman of Northern Senators Forum. I am here this afternoon to address you on some issues, some topical issues to do with representation on behalf of our caucus of Northern Senators Forum. Can I continue? It is irrespective of the going or what is going on with our neighbors, Niger Republic. The title is Northern Senators Forum. As a forum, we condemn, we the Northern Senators Forum, or caucus, on 10th Senate, under the leadership of Abdul Ahmed Ningi, not with the concern and condemn in its entirety the unfortunate development in Niger Republic, where the military possibly upstaged a democratically elected government of President Muhammad Bazoum. The Northern Senators also take cognizance of the effort of ECOWAS leaders under the able chairmanship of our dear President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in resolving the situation in Niger Republic. The emphasis, however, should be focused on political and diplomatic means to restore democratic governance in Niger Republic. We also take exception to use up the military force until all other avenues as mentioned above are exhausted. As a consequence will be casualty among innocent citizens who go about their daily businesses. Besides, about 7 northern states are share border with Niger, namely Kebbi State, Sokoto State, Zamfara State, Katsina State, Jigawa State, Yobe, and Borno State, respectively. We are also aware of the situation of Mali, Burkina Faso, and Libya, which may affect the 7 northern states, because all these 3 states share border with the Niger Republic. If military force is used, there is serious implication for our country. If military force is used without using all the democratic or diplomatic channel in resolving the cogmia. As a Democrat and representative of the people, we are here by urging our colleagues, more especially from the other region, to observe due diligence in invoking Section 5, subsection 4A and B, which gave the National Assembly power to approve the request, or more particular, Senate power to approve the request of Mr. President when we intend to participate or to join any foreign or to engage our military in foreign war. This is our position, and we are urging our colleagues and Nigerians to see reason on using democratic, political, and diplomatic way in reaching out to the military junta of Niger to resolve the issue. Let me re-emphasize that for almost 2 decades, Nigeria is battling insurgency, more especially in Borno, Yobe, and some northern states. And also concerned about the situation of Mali, Burkina Faso, and Libya, where I can say virtually there was no government or recognized government in Libya. If the situation allowed, or if the position of ECOWAS to use military force to force the military to surrender power to the democratic elected president in Niger, it may lead us to another crisis which Nigeria will be at the receiving end. That is the reason why we are pleading with our colleague, pleading with our Nigeria, with the remaining leaders of ECOWAS to see reason in insisting that diplomatic and political approach is the best solution to resolve this cogmia. I do submit our position. Thank you so much. I am talking as my capacity, or at my capacity as spokesman of the Northern Senate.
Abaribe, I represent Abia South. Constitutional point of order, section 4A. I read, the president shall not declare a state of war between the Federation and another country, except with the sanction of a resolution of both houses of the National Assembly sitting in a joint session. I believe that this is a condition precedent to section 5A.
Constitutional point of order.
President, Commander-in-Chief, of the Nigerian Mr. President, to read clause 5 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as a guide. 5. What section? Of this section, of the Federation on a limited combat duty if he is satisfied that the national security is under imminent threat or danger, provided that the president shall, within 7 days of actual combat engagement, seek the consent of the Senate, and the Senate shall thereafter give or refuse the said consent within 14 days.
Well guided, sustained. Congratulating Governor Ganduje and his secretary for being elected national chairman and national secretaries of the All Progressives Congress.
All right, you have all seen what they are saying, and of course that is the voice of the people. Why is it that somebody that will hide when the war breaks is now pushing you to go to war? Because he knows your children will die. His children will not be part of the military. They will not die. They will not even be in Africa at all. So that is why he wants to kill more. He wants to leak more blood. The one he's leaking on fuel is not enough. Blood he wants to gush. But God will forbid that, my dear people. That is the news we have for you right now as we speak. Thank you and remain blessed.